More than 8.5 billion times every single day, someone types a query into a search bar. It has built a tech empire with a market cap of over $2 trillion, all driven by a product that costs the consumer absolutely $0 to use. Back in 1998, it started as a simple college project. Founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin set out to organize the internet's information. They named it after the mathematical term Google, a 1 followed by 100 zeros. That single blank web page rapidly expanded into an inescapable digital environment. We navigate cities with maps, communicate through Gmail, watch media on YouTube, and carry Android in our pockets. They built the physical servers, data centers, and software to serve the entire planet, yet they never send the consumer a bill. To keep users locked into these tools, the company relies on a freemium model. Your basic access, like a 15-gigabyte email inbox, is provided for free. Pay a subscription fee. But the statistical reality is that 95% of people using these platforms never pull out their credit cards to pay for those premium upgrades. To maintain relevance, the company constantly throws new hardware and software at the wall, absorbing staggering financial losses along the way. They've built a public graveyard of over 200 dead projects, shutting down massive initiatives like Google+, Hangouts, and Glass. Fueling this aggressive trial-and-error strategy requires spending roughly $40 billion every year on research and development alone. If they spend tens of billions researching ideas, shut down hundreds of failed projects, and let 95% of their user base pay nothing at all, something else has to be funding the empire. Look at this chart of the company's 2022 balance sheet. Out of $280 billion in total revenue, physical hardware and cloud services make up a remarkably small fraction. The true financial engine is the $194 billion generated directly from search and network ads. Every search query you type, every healthy recipe video you watch, and every route you map is anonymously harvested. The system logs your specific age group, your gender, the exact city you live in, and exactly what products you search for in your free time. The company mines your digital habits to create a raw material that is sold to their actual paying clients, the advertisers. To monetize this data efficiently, the company launched a hidden marketplace in the year 2000, known as AdWords. This flowchart illustrates an invisible auction. Businesses bid money on keywords to target specific demographics. That placement isn't just about cash. The algorithm calculates an ad rank, weighing the bid against how relevant the ad is to the user's history. This model dictates the economics of the modern internet. Meta uses a nearly identical approach, generating $131 billion annually across Facebook and Instagram by serving targeted ads to scrolling users. But a highly lethal threat to this specific data model comes from Amazon, which recently spun up a $46.9 billion advertising arm of its own. While a search engine only knows what you are interested in based on your queries, Amazon knows exactly what you have actually purchased. That verified buying history gives advertisers far more accurate targeting when trying to sell physical products. This multi-billion-dollar real-time auction has created a hyper-efficient marketplace. It also leaves the entire tech ecosystem entirely dependent on a single revenue stream. This pie chart shows how out of their $280 billion in total revenue, an astonishing $237 billion relies strictly on the user tolerating advertisements. That tolerance is dropping. As global privacy concerns rise, users are restricting how much information they share. In 2023, the company even faced a $93 million fine in California for tracking user locations after the feature was explicitly turned off. Without accurate tracking data, the ad targeting fails. To compensate and maximize their margins, the search page itself has become severely bloated. Users now have to scroll past layers of sponsored products and paid links just to locate an organic, relevant answer. By ruthlessly optimizing the platform for the advertisers paying the bills, they have degraded the reliability and speed of the tool for the actual user. This friction has opened the door for generative AI chatbots like ChatGPT to offer a frictionless, ad-free alternative. Instead of sorting through a cluttered list of questionable web pages to compile information, you ask a question and receive a direct, neatly formatted answer in a single paragraph. If users make this switch, a fatal chain reaction begins. Search volume drops, the data harvesting engine starves, and the $2 trillion keyword auction collapses entirely. Recognizing the threat, the company is aggressively rolling out its own artificial intelligence software, Gemini, pushing to defend its monopoly against this new technology. For years, the push for ad revenue has made search slower and more cluttered, but this existential threat from AI is now forcing Google to pivot. To keep us from switching platforms, they are pressured to move past the ad bloat and provide cleaner, more efficient tools, proving that this level of competition ultimately forces a better experience for the individual.